Hey everybody, welcome back. This week we are coming at you with the deadlift from the new location. So you can see some demolition construction going on. We are moving in the first week, hopefully the first week, certainly by the second week of July. We're moving into a new location near Research and Chapel Hills. And so this week we're working on the kettlebell deadlift. So kind of an introduction to the deadlift. We're not going to pull out that big old barbell and put some bumper plates or some large Olympic plates on the ends. That can be a little bit overwhelming in terms of being able to find the balance, the right hip width, the right foot placement. The nice thing about a kettlebell is that kettlebell is directly under your center of gravity pretty much the entire time. And so what you'll notice here is that it's not a squat. One of the first issues that people run into is they kind of try to make the deadlift look a little bit, feel a little bit like a squat. You can see there's really very little excursion in the position of my shins, my knees. That's all just the hip going straight back. The upper body, the thorax, is going into kind of a tabletop pose. And so we'll show that to you from the side so you can take a closer look at what's going on here. Okay, so from the side, with the kettlebell setup, what you'll first notice is that the kind of difficult to see my shoestrings, my shoes here. The handle, whether it's a barbell or whether it's a kettlebell, the handle, you want that to go right across your shoestrings. You want that handle to be very, very close to the shins. Now, as we go into the setup, as we come down, you'll see once again, I've got the kind of the tabletop setup here. The shins don't get angled out here. This is not a squat. We try to keep those shins as vertical as possible. And so once again, you can see those hips go straight back as I bend down to get that handle. Now that I'm in place, we are just going to stand up by bringing those hips forward. You're going to notice very little motion, back and forth motion in the knees here. And that is by design. That is intentional. That is kind of one of the hallmarks of the deadlift. So here we go. I stand up. You can see the hips go straight back and the hips come straight forward. The knees really do not move very much at all. If this were a barbell, you would want to see the handle of the barbell go straight up and down those shins without hitting the shins. You would not want to see the barbell going around the knees, kind of in this arc position that we see a lot of people perform when they're trying a deadlift, and they're kind of creating this hybrid between the squat and the deadlift. And so once again, hips go straight back, tabletop position of the back. And then those hips come forward. And you can see I'm kind of shortening this up a little bit. This could be even better. I should really get those hips all the way forward, squeeze the glutes, get those hips forward at the end of the deadlift. And then to take this one step further in the progression, we're going to do a single arm deadlift. So you can see the setup is pretty much the same. That handle is going to be right across those shoestrings. The feet are going to be hip width, maybe slightly wider than hip width. And we're going to send those hips straight back in the same way that we did with the previous deadlift. However, the difference is we're going to do one arm at a time. You're going to stand up, come down, switch hands, and do the other side. And you'll just head back and forth with this. What you'll notice is all of the rotation that's happening through the thorax, through the upper body with this exercise. The other nice thing is, because we're rotating through the upper body, when one hip presses forward, so whatever side I'm lifting with, that side is going to experience more rotation through the pelvis, through the hips as well. So lots of rotation with this exercise. And then, of course, once we get proficient at both the double grip and single grip deadlift, then we're ready to actually begin swinging that kettlebell. So I hope this was helpful. I would love to hear your thoughts about this. I would certainly love to hear your questions as well. If you would like to go over the deadlift and begin to incorporate this into your routine, please reach out, contact us. Thank you so much for watching, and I will see you again next week.